So don't laugh at me too much, but the fact of the matter is that apparently no one could hear me in the previous video, which makes absolutely zero sense because that was my main goal, was to not have that problem. And I messed it up. So I think people can hear me now. I have no idea if they can at all, to be honest with you, but I'm trying to figure that out right now. I have no people watching. I have someone watching. So can you hear me? Can someone post? Can you hear me right now? Before I start rambling on about electric cars and everything else, I have no idea if you can hear me. So I hope that you can, but I have no idea. So the whole idea right now with electric cars is that I think the future, which we have to figure out right now, is they're going to be better and better and better technology-wise. Yeah, you can come, whatever, hang out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because apparently I posted this whole video recently. Yeah, no, you're good. Yep, that's fine. The idea is that the whole video I got missed because no one could hear what I was saying. So I talked with her for 10 or 15 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic this time. Way better. Yeah. So if you guys have questions, it'd be great to have you post and ask things. Yeah. I screwed up last time and no one could hear me talk. So I just ramble on for like 15 minutes about nothing, apparently. No, that works now.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. So what's the questions you guys have right now? Because apparently no one seems to care because now I screwed it up at this point with the whole not really hear me. And just don't know if people can hear me now. I'm giving people a hard time because some people I know are super tech savvy and some people were not. So here I am rambling on about nothing practically. And here I am. That's great. I really want to know questions though, because so my whole year with an EV has been great. This year we've used the public fast chargers all of one time and it sucked. But that's not really because the charging infrastructure sucks. It's because of the fact that we dealt with 50 to 60 mile an hour winds in 30-degree temperature. And they were headwinds, and it was horrible. So I don't think that counts at all in our life experience with electric cars. Beyond that, they have exceeded and done everything we need them to do. Cases where we thought we'd have to charge, they did not have to charge. And we'd be able to get there and get home, and we just had to plug in, and we'd drive home, and it would cost absolutely nothing. So that is a whole life experience this year. So I'm looking forward to like giving people more feedback on how to deal with their cars in the new year, especially with the Bolt EV, because it's pretty much the baseline. Everyone looks at Tesla as being a baseline. They should be above and beyond. They're really not the baseline. They're pretty good. They're pretty amazing. And I think that we're going to see even more technology get better with the future, frankly. And we'll see what kind of happens. I think that we're going to see more cars be available. And I think that's going to be the best part of everything, frankly. We're going to see the best of the future be happening more often than not right now. And I think that that's the best situation for us, because if we can have more EVs, more technology on the road that can improve the user experience for all things electric, then that could radically improve everyone's experience. And I think that that's the thing that people don't realize, is the more you have people using electric vehicles going forward, the better experience is going to be the case for all users. So whether or not you're a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid or a full battery electric, the fact that you're using it is going to allow for more opportunity. I think that most cases for most people, if you have an electric vehicle, if you're considering one, it's going to help you be more successful with the whole electrification in the future. So I don't think that some of the problems I think that are happening right now, especially with Tesla and things like that, is that they are lacking more infrastructure, more fully built electric charging. I think it's going to be a big issue because, frankly, right now, most of their infrastructure has to be completely replaced. So it looks great. It's fantastic. People are using it. I'm going to take a sip. It is New Year's Eve. It's going to get even better going forward, is my opinion at least, because most people are going to be able to use these better and better structures. So Tesla's got to rebuild almost everything because most of their fast chargers are 120 kilowatts to 150, most actually being leaning towards the 120. They have to tear up almost everything to support 250 because that's almost a 2.5 times, which means the cabling, all the structures, all the things they're doing to invert the power from AC to DC, which is what they're doing. It's to be like almost twice the size in most cases in the current day technology. So how are they going to take that and evolve it forward? I don't know. Electrify America, on the other hand, already has a 150 and 350 kilowatt system built out. So for them, it should be relatively easy to evolve that system to the next step and just add more to what they've already built. You would think it would work that way. It should work that way, but you just don't know. Again, I don't know what cars you guys are using, what you're driving out there. If you're driving a Model S, you're driving a Model 3, Model X, obviously you're very indebted to the supercharger network. It's by far going to be your choice, right? I'm not doubting that, I'm not questioning it, but I think that's going to be the biggest problem going forward. Is that currently, when you guys have for Tesla, you have New Year's Eves, you have parties or events or like celebrations, you have people driving around the country, and people, there's just not enough chargers. If you're going to go, especially in California, go from one coast to the other coast, there's just not enough chargers, and we've seen that already in countless videos. How is Tesla going to address that? You're really not going to. If you continue to sell more cars, the chargers are not going to keep up. You're going to double or quadruple the system you have in place, and charging faster, frankly, isn't going to fix that problem because you're going to have more cars. You have to do both, because I don't think that. So to backtrack, the whole charging issue is logarithmic. If you have more cars on the road, you're going to need faster charging and more chargers. It's just going to work there. You have more cars, and that's the idea. If Tesla doesn't go logarithmic, then they're not doing it correctly. And I don't think that any other person is doing it correctly, because currently, well, I should rephrase it, because most public charging, there's so much of it. Granted, a large chunk of it outside of Electrify America is not very fast. It's actually pretty slow. 50 kilowatts is not great. It's better than nothing, frankly, but it's not super quick. So how do you rectify that? How do you improve that? I don't know. I tend to think that you improve it with efficiencies, which is a whole other issue I think that Tesla kind of deals with, because a lot of times their cars are EPA rated at a certain speed, certain charging rate, but they don't actually perform in that EPA rating very often. So in other words, they say they can do 250 miles EPA. When you actually go out there and drive it on the highway and use it, it might do, 30% less on that, 40% less. Whereas other EVs tend to perform close to or dead on what their EPA rating is. I need 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then basically, I think the cars will get faster at charging, but that won't help them improve efficiency, which I think is a big issue, because even for electric cars and gas cars, efficiency is a big part of the whole equation. If your car is inefficient, you're going to go less distance, you're going to charge faster, you got to make up the difference. But some cars will never be efficient. A truck, an SUV, like the reality of them being efficient just is not practical, just is not possible, because they're, by definition, they are meant to be a large vehicle, takes up a lot of space. They're just not going to be efficient. So I guess it was a big question. It's like, so with electric vehicles, everyone's fighting for the most efficient, the fastest, the most utilitarian, the best charging, the fastest charging. Like, what do you guys really want to see out there? Like, where is the balancing point to that? Because a lot of cars are pretty good. I-Pace is kind of awesome. e-tron's amazing. Taycan's really expensive, but it's fast at charging. But the e-tron's kind of the same thing, just not quite as fast, but like half the price. So, and it charges from like nothing to full at like 150 kilowatts, which is ridiculous. But granted, it has that battery buffer and everything like that. So The ultimate question is, where do we go from here? Chevy's not shown new vehicles yet. They killed the Volt. I drive a Chevy Bolt EV, a BOLT EV. So, what car do you guys like? Where do you want to see the future go? I want Tesla to get better at cars in general and being generally just reliably efficient, not just efficient and per the EPA, which seems to be the case. If you guys have questions, please post them down below. Hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll make more videos soon. It's just the new year, trying to get past the new year to do more things with the Bolt. We're about to hit 21,000 miles in like 12 months, maybe 11 months. I don't know. Not a long time. And we're going to do some trips in the winter to prove the car works in the winter. Granted, you don't hit 30. No, granted, you don't hit 50-mile-an-hour headwinds. 50-mile-an-hour headwinds when it's below 35 is a bad time. Do not, any EV, do not do that. Just don't. You can't. So anyway, please hit the subscribe button, comment below, like, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the future. Happy New Year, everyone. Peace.